Hi there, welcome. Um, Trying out a new little function, making sure everything's up to date, but we're going to be doing some painting today. Um, just getting some stuff set up. Let me... Hi, Wong. We are... I'm trying to get some automation set up for this. It looks like it didn't update everything properly. So I'm just getting that sorted. Alright. Pop that back there. Alright. Done. Okay. Just updating our title and stuff. It was supposed to change automatically, but didn't. So, today I am going to be doing a massive dungeon set, getting the base coat in. I spent this morning priming it out in a ventilated area, and I'm going to be doing the base coat. Lexi will be joining me later, and she's going to be working on Commander Sol-ath here, our Fire Ganassi. I was just getting him set up on a handle for her. There we go. Oh. She'll be working on this guy in a little while. Set him over there. What I'm going to be doing is using all of our gray paint, basically. I have a lot of pieces, a lot of dungeon tiles that I'm gonna be getting through today as much as I can. And it's gonna be a little messy, so get at least my holding glove on. And I'm going to get myself some space. These are going to be gray stone dungeon tiles. So they will be a base coat of a nice neutral gray that we have. And then once I have all of them done in a big old pile of neutral gray, I will be doing some various weathering effects, alterations, things like that. One of these is open. Since I have so many to get through, I'm gonna just be using one of my big old brushes. This one holds a whole lot of paint. But it does tend to get clogged up. But since I'm only doing one color today, just getting through as much of this as possible, should be alright. So, here we go. I'm gonna start with these pieces. They're just a wall and a shallow amount of floor. You'll be able to see them a lot better in a minute here. Once I get the paint sort of going. This is rough in so far, but you can see a little better now that it has some gray on it, what that piece looks like. I have, looks like, 14 of these to do. So I'm gonna just start getting to it. I primed these this morning out in the open air garage using a airbrush with a primer I haven't used before. I hope it I hope it works okay. It seems to be doing an okay job so far. And I just want everything to have this gray as a base. This will let me work off of the this gray, add some other colors to it, give it a wash later, things like that. But for now, we're just gonna get having a base coat on things, I find makes it so much easier. And the reason you do a priming before you paint is basically it's a spray-on paint. In this case, airbrush. Sometimes it's in a little can. But basically, it gives something for the paint, the regular paint, to adhere to. Paint isn't the best at adhering to just plastic on its own, and these were all 3D printed here on these machines behind me. And we assembled all of these with epoxy, and the bases are magnetized. If you're interested in the designs of the 3D prints that we used, you can go to our website, dysondungeons.com, and go to the attributions page, where you will find the various artists and designers that helped make pretty much everything that you see. And we use these dungeon tiles and all of these pieces that you see us paint here on our D&D show, which we air on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think we're gonna be off for Christmas, but you know, you can always check us out on YouTube in the meantime. Or some of our VODs on Twitch here. So, as you can see, there's about 3 cool people that play in our campaign. I would say, yeah, 3. I'm one of them, obviously. And so is Lexi. I'm on the fence about Tabaxi Bard, though. You made us waste a whole time of opening to get a hat, of all things. Not a magical hat, just a hat. So, the base coats, I don't need them to be pretty here. I just want to get the surface covered. And then when I go in and do the detail, I can get any additional changes put in fairly easily. All right. So, this is going fairly smoothly. Now that the brush has gotten a bit more loaded with paint, it's going a little more quickly. Okay. 4 down, 10 more to go of this one. Of this one type of piece. There are a lot of dungeon tiles in here. I kind of squeezed you over to the side, sorry. So you can throw that pink bucket down if you want some room.
Yeah, I'm fine over there.
I just have a lot of pieces to set down.
Okay.
And here's Lexi. She's gonna be working on Sol-ath, like I said. I got them all set up for you.
Perfect. Okay. We did have a while ago. Oh, there. It's like I knew I had a little color guide here.
Test guide.
Yeah, of what I was gonna do.
You know what I'm planning to do?
Now, I forget how I came up with this one because I really like that one.
Who 128 wants you to do it?
I can't.
Flip bird.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
Woo! So, that was as lame as I thought it was, wasn't it?
Oh, no, it was way lamer.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I gotta figure out some of these here. I haven't figured out the fault.
So, Lexi's gonna be doing a lot more interesting work than I am. Because I am just doing gray all day. This whole day is just applying black paint and then gray paint. It's very exciting. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the copper from VA.
Is that it?
Might be it. Yeah, I think we use this one. They're almost identical.
They're very, very similar. One's a little brighter, one's a little more red.
Yeah. How do we get this one?
We bought it?
Yeah, it's just different than everything else.
Just trying to find good coppers. In case we wanted them. Alright.
Water.
Oh,
Get that.
probably could you get me one as well?
Sure.
I won't need it for some time, but
Yep, there you go.
okay. Well, I don't have a lot of cool technical things to walk you through what I'm doing. Today I am just putting gray paint on figures. But Lexi might have some exciting things to tell you that she's doing.
Yeah, I have.
Are you mixing a custom color, right?
Well, I'm not going to mix that one just yet, but there's this on the far, what will be the far right to you guys, in that teal range. That's going to be the color. And the camera isn't, it's not a super fancy camera, so it's not replicating that color perfectly well. But that's the color that I'm going to do some of Commander Sol-ath's armor.
Yeah, sort of like a blue, steel, teal.
Yeah, I had mixed two colors together, and one of them was a metallic. And in my haste, I forgot to write down exactly what the combination was. I feel like it was this.
The aqua or the turquoise.
I think it was the turquoise mixed with the silver.
We have a lot of silvers. We have a chrome. We have a dark steel. We have a regular steel. We have aluminum. We have dark aluminum. We have silver, like chainmail silver.
I'm gonna do a little test of this copper. See how that comes out. See if it's the right one or not. I think it is, but you know, want to be sure.
Okay, I'm down to the last 6 of these specific pieces. Which is extremely exciting.
Having those gloves around has been quite helpful today.
I've been wearing gloves a lot today.
Did you tell everyone what you were doing with those earlier?
Priming them? Yes.
With an airbrush, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Just using an airbrush to prime a lot of pieces. And since it's winter, but I wanted it ventilated, it was very cold.
Yeah, you were definitely suffering for the art today.
Yeah. It wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't so tired. I didn't even get to finish my coffee today.
No, you didn't. You didn't get to finish
Anything
today.
It's been one of those days.
Right now, what I'm doing with this copper is very delicately painting Commander Sol-ath's leg.
Oh, his mechanical leg.
Yep.
I'm very delicately slathering gray all over these ones.
For people who don't know, because he hasn't appeared in the show
It's been a while.
in a while.
Yeah. Since we left Nordfeld, basically. He's a fair Ganassi.
Yeah, he is. Sarah is very, very focused on a very small maneuver here, trying to get copper just where I want it and only where I want it. Figure painting is a lot of patience followed by cursing when you screw up.
Mm-hmm.
But Commander Sol-ath is a fire Ganassi, and he has an artificial leg. His prosthesis is steam powered. Not that our world is really very steampunky. It's not. But there are steampunk elements, like his leg. And he powers it using his natural heat as a fire Ganassi. So what I am painting right now is his custom-made leg.
Does he have like a little bottle of water he pours into his leg?
It's a perfectly sealed system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he doesn't need to pour any additional fluid in there. And his leg was crafted for him in part by his husband, which he told you guys about.
Mm-hmm. I remember. I was there.
It's been a while.
I know. I was making a joke.
I do like how this copper coats. It's a nice balance between being pliable but not runny. Okay, see if I can get in here. So much of figure painting is also holding the model at just the right angle.
Mm-hmm. Or approaching your brush at just the right angle. As well.
Yeah, both really.
How do you like the grip?
This is nice. I haven't had a chance to use these yet.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I've just been doing scenery. I haven't gotten to do a figure in some time.
Well, we do have a couple of figures to paint that viewers have not seen yet. Or you should paint one.
I have a lot of scenery to paint.
I can paint some scenery. You don't have to paint all the scenery.
Yeah, but we only have one big brush.
But I'm saying we can take a turn.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm tired today, so something heavy-handed like this is perfectly fine for me.
Okay. As long as you're happy with it.
I don't have the... I burnt through all of my focus today doing the priming. So now I'm sort of in a daze. Just doing rote action.
Coming along alright, I like it. When you find the angle that you've been looking for,
Mm-hmm.
this is the angle you've been looking for.
It can be your angle or your devil.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm gonna clean my brush. The hard part about using some of these little brushes is that because you're using so little paint, it can actually dry very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to dip often and clean often.
Yep.
Hey, guess who just got through all of the short floors with walls?
You did.
And if you were excited about those, you're gonna be really excited for short floors, corner walls. It's like the one I just did, but more annoying.
I'm feeling guilty about the way I designed this set right now.
Why?
Because, as I've gone over a couple of times on these streams, the way that I go about designing these sets is to make them purposely complex and funky, to try to get as many pieces as I can out of each set. And this set has been a lot.
It's been on the extreme side, I will be honest. But that's okay. It's a very good set for all sorts of settings. It could be a prison, it could be a fortress, it could just be like the inside of a stone building.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that
this set could be.
I think I've been debating what to print next, and I think I just decided on what to print next. I've gotten some orange on that. I hadn't meant to. Oh well. Paint over it. I think what I'm gonna do next is do some additions to our red dungeon.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of variety in that.
I think we could build out that and the cave.
Yeah, there's not that many more tiles in the cave, but he did just release a new set of things. You know, at the top of each month, he always puts out a whole bunch of new things in his patron update. The designer who makes all of our dungeon tiles is a guy who goes by the name Devin Jones on Thingiverse, which is where I found him.
You can find them if you go to our website, DysonDungeons.com, and go under the attributions page.
Yep, that's probably the easiest.
Alright, way to get there.
Rather than try to find it on Thingiverse, which is,
A bit of a mess
yeah, it's a bit
as a
mess.
website.
I mean, I really appreciate what it does.
It's a really nice website and what you can get from it. But the interface is okay.
Well, it's a website that basically just supports itself and charges no money to the users or to the creators, and just has the occasional ad on it. And it's just a database of 3D files, so I don't expect much out of it.
No.
But Devin always releases new sets to patrons at the top of the month, and I haven't had a good chance to look at the stuff he released for December.
Right.
So there could be some cave updates. And one thing that I really like that he does is, he has all the patrons vote on what they want to see. And there's some very popular sets that often get
a lot of extra love.
A lot of extra love because people really like them. And
is that like this one?
At least the cut stone, the town set has a lot of love given to it. Those are two very popular sets. Sewers are fairly popular. The caves / mines, he made kind of a mine tile set too, which can work with the caves. The mines have like a mine track floor to it. But he knows that they're not the only, like, the sets that get all the love, they're not the only sets that people use or care about. So he lets votes stack up so that after a while, even the less loved sets get attention if you vote for him as a patron.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's just, he tries to find a way to accommodate what people are looking for most, but not forget about the things that other people use and want to see more of. I really like it. Delicate touching of paint model.
Oh, same here.
Yeah, you and I are definitely on the opposite
ends of the
painting
scale
today. Doing mass scenery painting is always, it's pretty relaxing to just like zone.
You can't screw it up. I'm just trying to not fall asleep is all.
Yeah, you didn't sleep very well last night.
No, I had nightmares.
Almost have the legs done with, I don't know if it'll be the first coat or the only coat. This coats pretty well, but it's not perfect. I think I might do a little bit of a touch-up later.
Mm-hmm. On a figure, I usually end up doing about 54 touches on average.
I don't think that's true.
I do a lot of touch-ups on a figure, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about figure painting. Is that, you know, you try to get it pretty good when you're doing it. But you're not going to get it perfect. You're just not. Especially not in the first pass. Don't worry about that. And in general, don't worry too much about trying to be perfect with these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some people that do this professionally. Like, that's their thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And they're amazing. You can probably watch some of them on Twitch.
Yeah, there are. There's some...
Right now, instead of this channel.
There's some really amazing Warhammer painters out there.
Yeah.
That do truly stunning work with those figures. I'm gonna go clean that little spot out. Because I think, for the moment at least, I'm done with the copper. What do you think?
That's nice, yeah. What are you gonna do in between?
On this, I'm not sure. I was thinking about going something a little, maybe a little brighter in color, just to offset that.
I can see that.
I'll be right back. I was thinking maybe doing some sort of maybe bright steel kind of effect there.
Yeah. That might work.
Because the tone of the copper is actually really bright, but the color is darker.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a lot of reflectivity, very glossy. It's a fairly dark color. So I was thinking about having something in there. Those are coming along.
They're certainly made out of stones.
How's your paint holding up?
Oh, I'm getting pretty low on this bottle. I knew that this would eat up almost all of our gray.
I think I used this. And this.
Yeah.
I think that's how I got that. And that is what I wanted to do a lot of his chest plate. Do just a quick test of this and see if it's gonna work. Oh my. Really rolled up and over.
Yeah, that happens.
Why are you bubbling? Oh. I guess I can't.
one more cornery, floory thing. And then I get to move on to the next type of piece. At least they stack and hold together well while they're drying here, with the magnets in them.
That's good. So what was your impression of priming with the airbrush today?
It takes longer, but it's a lot more economical.
It did seem like you hardly used any paint compared to...
It's also more environmentally friendly. You're just using compressed air as opposed to aerosolizing gases.
Yeah. So if you are a person who, like us, does a lot of paint work, I think that could be good overall.
Yeah, airbrushes are very nice, especially if you need a whole lot. Like, honestly, it'd probably be smart if we had airbrush paint. This is not. But if we had a gray airbrush paint, it would probably be better to do this whole base coat in an airbrush than like I'm doing it now.
Well, I think that's the color combo. I have the mixture wrong over here, but it is that color combo.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to these little awkward hallway pieces. I'm gonna work on these ones because they're gonna be one of the biggest pains to paint. Just because there's a lot of hidden surface area in these. Because you have the outside and the inside, and you have to sort of reach in between the two. You'll get a better view of it when I have it fully painted here. It's a little hard to tell when it's all black and you can't see any of the shadows or dimensions. Better idea of what it looks like. Luckily, there's only 4 of these. Unluckily, there's about 8 of the thicker ones that are too wide. So I might tackle those next, just to get them over with. This is a better sense of the piece. And I think once I'm done with this, this bottle is toast.
Yeah, it's its limit of usefulness.
I am scraping the bottom of the bottle.
Okay.
Pretty much empty. Alright, so I'm gonna set this guy over here. Pull out my next bottle. Start getting it shaken up. Gonna start with the cap, not so I don't waste it, because it will dry out.
What I'm doing is putting in some what's called chainmail silver, I think.
Yep. The Vallejo game color.
Into some of the most difficult to reach areas of Commander Sol-ath's
Regions.
regions. Wait, is this a difficult spot?
Yeah, I'm not loving these pieces here. They are a real pain, and I have a few more to do, but they're bigger than this. I'm just trying to get through them as quickly as I can. Base coating away.
Nice.
So, how is Sol-ath doing?
He's doing okay. I'm putting a base coat of the chainmail silver down here on his shoe area.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom of his prosthetic.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go back later after it dries, and I'm gonna put in some dark wash. I'm gonna dry brush it in there.
Yeah.
To give it a very dirty effect.
A nice tarnish.
Yeah, but he's walking around in it, you know?
Yeah.
This ain't just for good luck. I mean, it does.
Hey. So this is the last of the smaller ones, which is great. The downside is that now I get to do the bigger ones of these. So, well, those were one wide. These are double wide. And I have, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them to do. So,
Onward.
yeah, that's the only way to get through them. The worst part is just getting inside.
Is it boots as I'm painting over these surfaces a little rough?
Mm-hmm.
I'm noticing. So I may end up taking a microfile and cleaning up some parts of this.
That makes sense. That happens with anything you print, especially if it's in fine detail.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of cleanup to do, no matter what you do.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter how good of a printer you have. There's going to be
Small variations. You need support structures. All of these things can contribute to having just those little imperfections that you can just generally work out with a file.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't overdo.
Yeah. That can be a danger.
There's a lot of give in model making, but taking away too much of something with a file specifically, because you can always glue a piece back on. And here's the bigger tile piece I'm working on. It's painted with a base coat. You can get a better view of it.
What that means. It's getting too dry down there.
That can happen. once I get through these, I think I'll be roughly 1/10 of the way through the set.
Hey, hon?
Yeah?
You missed a wall.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you saying it like I did something wrong?
No, I just feel bad about sending one back.
Yeah, this is what happens when you paint on almost no sleep and then being too busy to drink any coffee.
So the lesson for viewers is drink a lot of coffee.
If you can. This one? Yeah. And this gray looks pretty bright, and it is, but the big thing will be when I get to the end of the detail, I'm going to be doing a wash on it, which will tone everything down considerably. And what a wash is, for people who might not be familiar, is it's just a very, very thin paint. And it is very good at, it's sort of a translucent paint, so whatever your base coat is underneath will still show through, but it will sort of tint it a different color. And so if I put a black wash on this, it'll tone down everything. If I put a green wash on it, it'll make it look all like algae-y and things like that, which I did for the sewer set. And what that all translates to is also, because it's so thin, it if you let it with gravity, it will seep into cracks and things, so it can fall in between the cracks in the the mortar parts of these stone walls. And that will probably be, based on the number of these, about 2 to 4 days of just doing washes. Because you need to sort of let them dry before you can go on to a different side. Unless you're okay with them just sort of washing down with gravity and not really adhering in some spots. I know, my glove is a little sticky from all the paint. So now I'm halfway done with these longer hallways. Well, once I finish this, I'll be halfway done.
That just didn't work at all.
What are you doing? Did you shake it up thoroughly?
Yeah. I'm just surprised.
Which paint is that?
It's the red-brown.
That is probably one that we thinned with alcohol to get more use out of it. So it's probably operating a bit more like a wash because it was basically out, but we needed a tiny bit more.
That does seem to be accurate.
Is it basically empty?
It is basically empty.
Yeah, so that was probably thinned out brown.
Yeah.
So you can wipe it up a little with a paper towel, maybe, if it's still wet. Otherwise you can just let it dry and paint over it.
think I'm just gonna let that dry and paint over it.
Yeah, that's totally acceptable.
I'm just gonna let that chill for a minute. And I think... Yeah, that's... I'm gonna set that aside. Under the laptop. Sorry for the jiggle, folks. Making the laptop jiggle around.
I was wondering.
I think that might be the... Is that the only red brown?
Might be. It looks like flat. If you're doing a boot, I'd use leather.
Yeah, I just liked the way that one came through. It was this nice dark.
If you put umber wash on that, it looks really great.
Yeah? Okay. Well,
it's a little orange until you umber wash it, but when it has the umber wash on it, it looks
really good.
Really good, like proper leather. It's
Okay. Then I'm just going with that.
Like
that rest.
Her glove is that.
Well, that's pretty good, yeah. I'm just gonna take a little break because I gotta wait. I suppose I can mess around with combining these colors, can I think. Just like...
Alright, halfway through. So this is the one that got screwed up.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll happen. Yeah, I may have overdone this one just a skosh.
Well, it wouldn't have been so bad if it was a single piece. But because there were two separate pieces, it made it very difficult. Sometimes this one has a slight floor malfunction. It's still usable, it just looks a little odd.
This is going to be way more than I need. But I am mixing together the chainmail silver and the aquamarine.
Yeah, it's aquamarine.
Turquoise.
Aquamarine is lighter, less saturated.
To create this cool blue effect. For parts of Sol-ath's armor. Let's work on his boot. Instead, I'm gonna work on his armor. And back to my itty bitty. One thing I've learned doing these metallics is that even if you have a large-ish area, you could do with a larger brush, and a smaller brush helps ensure that you get it
in a controlled fashion.
In a more controlled fashion.
Yeah.
For example, this armor has very subtle little dimpled pieces here. Well, not really dimpled. There's like little
rivets,
cuts in the armor.
Oh, engravings.
that they're supposed to be, that's where the armor can flex. And if you put too much of this, they just completely disappear. And over, a couple coats, they will disappear because they just lose the definition.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to keep them in place so you can paint them in later. That's really what you want to do, is just paint that in later.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a wash will probably make them show up quite well, for example. Or you can fill them in, depending on how they are printed in. Whew. Boy. Two more of these.
This is all gonna look great with a wash over it.
If you want to play into the blue nature of it, we actually have a blue wash. But depending on how blue it is, that might not show up very well. Might be better off going with a very, very, very light black wash. Since I haven't really looked at it, I can't really say which would be better. But we do have a blue and a green wash as alternative, and in addition to the normal black and umber.
This is delicate painting. That's what this is.
Okay. I'm through all those tunnels. Hmm? Alright. Next I'm gonna do these sort of awkward pieces. They're a floor with these two pillars on them. Luckily, they don't have all that much surface area. They're not that hard to do. I just want to make sure I get along the edges. Okay, painted, there's a little bit better idea of what it looks like. This is sort of like the end of a hallway, so it might go on like that. And open up into a room, for example. So I got 6, 7 more of those to do. What you think? Oh, nice. That sword's pretty cool. Looking good. It's shiny blue.
Yeah.
It's like that shiny blue that always gets paired with white for like 90s windbreakers.
It kind of is, yeah. Should I do the like buckle here in the blue?
Yeah, yeah. Unless you want to do it in like a copper or bronze or something.
No, I'm just gonna do the blue. Oh, got a little blue on his arm. Touch that up later.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yep.
I think that's bad. I accidentally got a little gray on this.
Hmm?
I said, if you think that's bad, but I got a little gray on this one.
Little. I'm gonna clean this cup up so it doesn't dry in there too badly. Okay. Up. How you coming? You alright?
Yeah.
Good.
When do you want to go till?
Oh, we'll just go for a few more minutes. I want to fix this boot.
I'll finish this series.
And because I got content to create today. I've been doing this content and I got more content I need to make.
What's your more content?
I have to finish writing up now that we've gotten confirmations from everyone who wants to do it. We are going to be doing a very silly one-shot Christmas special. I've got the idea in my head. I know what I'd like to do with it. But I needed to know if we had everyone I invited to it on board before I finalized it. Because I didn't want to make a whole scenario around 4 if we only had 3. Or if we can only get 2, then, like, I don't want to bother.
Yeah.
But we do have all 4 players. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Hang on. Okay, there we go. We have all 4 players I invited, agreed and interested. So we will be doing that, shooting it this coming Sunday, and we will be airing a new show this Sunday as
Christmas.
We're going to be doing Christmassy stuff. we're going to be shooting an episode, but we'll have spent a lot of time with our families and stuff. And this will be our little fun way of spending the holidays with some of our friends. So I think we'll be airing this on New Year's Day. Or day after New Year? Is it the second? What's that Sunday? I think it's the second.
Yeah, I believe it's the second.
First?
I think it's the second. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I am genuinely not 100% which days are which.
You know what's real cool?
Oh.
See how I've done about a fifth of this? Huh?
Yeah.
I've already gone through more than half of this bottle.
Modestly problematic.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to order more soon.
Is that their only other bottle?
I think so.
Did you open it fresh?
Yes.
Oh.
And I've already gone. I already went through like about a quarter of a bottle doing this.
Maybe we can order a bottle of airbrush
Gray.
gray.
But it has to be the same color as this, because I've already done a fifth of the set, or a quarter.
I'm sure we can find that color in airbrush.
But I can't do it on show. It's airbrush.
I'll spray it in the garage.
Or we'll just order the bottles. Since you're finishing up, I'm gonna hit this big round one. Okay, just to have a big thing accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be nice.
I'm going to get a light to show in here so I can see what I have left to paint in it. There's just one little area left. Let's see. And I think I got it. Yeah. That's a decent first pass on the boot. And then I'm going to take a little bit more, I think. Flat spot. I'm going to do the belt.
Okay, there's one big chunk. Just so I have a big thing that I did.
I don't have enough where I want to do when I want to get more of this out.
A fresh
Oh.
There's a lot of surface area here.
I don't want to get more of this out, so I'm just gonna cap it there. that in here. This looks like Mountain Dew, the one from Taco Bell.
Oh,
It does right now.
like it's like
Baja Blast?
yeah,
Is that it? Yeah.
something like that.
This rinse cup looks like Baja Blast.
Okay.
I don't know if
So-
that's saying this is. I don't know what says about what there.
So, here's a slew of dungeon tiles. I have only that many more to do with half a bottle of paint, but getting somewhere
Yeah.
finally.
How's he looking? What do you think?
Yeah, it's looking good. What do you think of doing the rest of the armor in?
Um,
Or like the blue highlight?
probably just a nice dark metal.
Like a steel.
Yeah, just like a steel. I think that one's pretty good. Just something nice and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Let the highlights stand. This up here, I'm gonna try to get this in focus for the viewers. Yeah. There we go. That is how it's coming along.
Looking good.
Yeah. And I'm thinking in the main armor section, which is up here. Yeah. I'm going to go with a dark metal and let these kind of highlights stand.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is actually supposed to be like mithril armor that he's
Gotcha.
got. So I thought the blue sort of metal kind of had a mithril feel. And I gotta add some more leather, a couple different colors, because he's got leather. He's got a leather boot, and he's also got some leather thigh guards up here to protect his thighs and his quads, and a leather belt with a mithril buckle on it for protection. And his sword is mithril too. I don't think I gave you guys a good view of how that sword came out. There we go. Now it's focused. I'm liking how this is coming out. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, these will be dry and I can move them out of the way and keep going on the next batch of pieces, which will probably be windows and corners.
Yeah. Well, I have a special to work on.
I am going to crash hard.
Yeah. We should go take a break, for sure. And we will catch you guys later. Probably doing some video game streams. Don't know when.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight, if you're up to it.
Yeah,
If we do it tonight,
maybe Final Fantasy.
we'll probably be streaming some Final Fantasy 14 for the first time. If she's not up to it, I might hop on and just play some games. You know, we'll see.
Okay, great.
All right. Well, everybody, we will see you soon. Stay safe out there.
Thanks
Love you.
for watching. Bye.